Daily podcasts are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen. Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you.
I did not know that.
Everything's a goddamn debate.
Man. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to I did not know. I didn't. Well, I knew today was Friday, but I wasn't even paying attention because I'm not like one of those, superstitious type people. Like, and I'll have to get to that because I did a bunch of Friday the 13th stunts. Kendall Hill cheered 200 bits. Thank you. I'm expecting Lauren Petrullo. I need to get her to say it for me. I've had her on the show a couple of times, and I just think she's good, open, honest. Think she is definitely nerdy hot. So she's coming on. Oh, man, Nelly Mandingo is in as well, too. You know what, guys? Let's try to get as many people in as we can tonight. Fridays, the past couple of Fridays have been really, really good. Kendall Hill, like I said, he now is the sound okay, guys? Because my producer Vulture is serving the country, the great United States of America right now. But so what I'm trying to say though is just let me know. I'm sure that it sounds good. Oh, Abraham Dragon Friend, you know what? Cheer 200 bits. All right, so it is sounding good. And Lauren, I wanted to have her on. We're not going to do the stereotypical interview type thing. I wanted to have her on the show as kind of like a co-host because I think she's good. She gets it. She's open and honest. She has talked about a lot of things that most women wouldn't talk about. And I got some great stories to talk about. Plus, I got an interview coming up. And I know a lot of people love 90s nostalgia. I got Steve Garrett. Man, Fish on J. Yeah, Kendall. Fish on J, $13 super chat. And Kendall Hill. Yeah, Kendall. Abraham Dragon Friend is poking you in the chest. He's like, guess what? I'm gonna match you bit for bit there. I know you can see right through that. I'm just trying to get you guys in like a bidding war and stuff. Oh, here's Lauren. Hey, Lauren. Oh, it's a little dark, but see, it looks good. How are you, Lauren?
I am fantastic. I have my voice back.
Yeah, you do have your voice back here. Let me switch to this. So, Lauren, I wanted to have you on and kind of be like a little bit of a guest host, kind of like trying it out and everything. Are you in a new room today, or where are you at?
Same room, different back wall.
All
I
right,
moved
back
my
wall.
desk because what else do you do when you're sick?
Let me. What is that in the background? It's like is that like a vision board or something where you write stuff down? What is that?
It's a glass board that has goals for clients.
Okay, all right. I didn't
I'll
know.
erase it all next time and write like a really funny joke. And if someone
Yeah.
figures out the Easter egg, they'll get like a free month of me doing their Facebook.
See, I didn't know like if that was like all the guys you've dated and stuff, or like you. I was like, man, that's a hell of a body list there. I was like, man, Lauren.
Why would you assume it's only guys? That's so rude.
Well, no,
2022.
Yeah, I understand that, but. So you went to Austin recently, and that's one of the cities. Everybody says that's like the one city that you got to go to. It's just like kind of hip. Is it hip? Is it a hipster town?
I think you need to be attractive, have a fancy breed dog, and significant facial hair.
Wait, so Texas, you wouldn't think it would be that. So why Austin though?
Because it's like an Austin bubble. It's like this Orlando of Florida.
Yeah. All right. So somebody asked, is she in a sex dungeon?
Oh, you can see the white frame there. Down there is a Harry Potter hole. That's the closest that I have to a interesting location in this house.
So Nedley Mandingo says, or a homeless in a tent in Austin as well too. And
yeah. So that's like Angela Johnson, she had that whole skit of like, I had sex with a homeless man. Like, you won't know. Someone's either homeless or they are hipster.
Wait, she had sex with a homeless person?
It's a really good skit that she has where it's like this hipster craze is making it hard for her to understand who's homeless and who's hipster. And so she connects with someone. They're like, yeah, let's have sex outside on a bench. And then afterwards he walked behind the tree because that's where he.
What is the most poorest person you've ever had an encounter with? The guy that you were just like, oh yeah, he might have been living in his car. Anything like that, or just date? I'm not even saying you had to like hook up with him or something.
I do remember the most expensive dates I've gone on. I never really considered the lack
But what about a guy that gets creative with it? Like for real, like somebody that
picnic with ramen and gushers.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So, I mean, did it impress you? Like if a guy,
it was my ideal snack pack. It was like everything that I wanted to eat and consume in one blanketed adventure, and bonus points because it was from the dollar store, which I love shopping at. So the fact that he saved so much money was the most impressive, because I've had individuals spend a pretty penny.
And guess what? You probably didn't have as much fun, did you?
No, I didn't even kiss them.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Kendall Hill, like he knows me pretty well. There was a little bit of a time frame where I just bought used PT Cruisers that I was driving around in, and somebody said, "PT Cruiser ? ? Just kidding, Tuds."
So you would buy used PT Cruisers because that was what was your sex appeal?
No. No, it was just because they were like affordable, and even though they would eventually break down, they were easy to come by, and I like let me ask you this. This is going to be a good judge of what type of person you are. Do you know how to drive a manual?
I do. Want to judge me even better? I took shop class in college. What? So I can replace your radiator.
Well, what? My radiator was not made out of wood, right? So, I mean, you took shop class. It's not made out of wood, Lauren.
No, like auto shop.
Oh, okay. All right. So you took auto shop then.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you know how to change the oil in a car?
Yes. Changing the oil, using the dipstick, changing the filter. I've been changing a tire since I was 16. But I can do, or once upon a time could do bigger builds and changes. But now it's like, it takes too long. And I don't have a jack for the car or a fancy enough car that I'd actually want to work on.
You know what, though? I got to apologize because just seeing you, you would judge a book by its cover. And I'd be like, oh, there's no way. She's never worked on a car before.
Fair. You could say that. I will say I've never had difficulty getting my car fixed if I did need help.
What's the best car you've ever owned?
Mazda Miata.
Oh, then I mean that's a Mazda Miata is the best car. What's the shittiest car you've ever driven?
Honda Accord.
So you like the Hondas, you like the foreign cars and all that stuff then, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they're very reliable. Trust me. I mean, the American built stuff is a bunch of garbage right now. So I got that guest coming on. Um Abraham Dragon, what did he write? And if you guys have any comments, you got any questions for Lauren?
Your scooter. Wait, is this a push scooter? Oh my gosh, please tell me this is a Razor. And you showed up on a date with a Razor.
Both my car and my scooter are broken.
Oh.
Yeah. Nelly Mandingo says I had a 3-cylinder Geo Metro. My first car was a what was it? Man, I can't even.
Flintstone one that you pedaled.
No. It was a Dodge Omni. Dodge Omni was my first car, and I got to tell you, it was one of the best, most fun cars that I ever drove in my life. I loved it. Sometimes the accelerator would stick, and I would have to like throw on the parking brake just to get it to stop. But I loved it. I loved it. That car, I bet it's still running right now to this day, if it's not in some scrapyard or something.
Wow, that would be impressive. I would say I don't actually enjoy driving. I like being chauffeured.
Oh, you do? All right. Yeah. So you went to Austin. Now, who was the girl that was like traveling with you that went out to Vegas with you?
Okay, so she'll say she's a very, very beautiful.
Wait. Yeah, I will agree because she was in the background of a lot of your pictures. So what is her name again?
She'll say.
What? It's like you're speaking like another language when you say that.
Well, she lives in Costa Rica.
Okay, I mean, all right.
It's like tree, like a tree that you see outside, and then say more.
Tree, say more.
She'll say.
What is going on in the background?
It's the Sunshine State. Of course, it's
a thunder.
Outside.
I see. There's nothing out here right now. That's why I had to ask. So you travel. How did you meet her, by the way? Because I got to tell you, she's very exotic looking. If I could say, that's.
Did you see our website, our project we did together?
Yes, I checked it out. You guys haven't posted a lot lately, though.
No, we haven't. That was more of we did a conference speaks together. So the whole idea was like hypersexualized chat marketing. So like people who haven't gotten into conversational marketing, we'd pop their cherry. And so she and I met at a conference related to messenger marketing a few years ago, and we happened to be in Austin at the same time.
Hold on. My guest is already on, but it's way early, but I'm going to bring him on. So be yourself. Okay, Lauren, he's in the 90s nostalgia and stuff. Okay. So if you have any questions, let it rip. Okay. Hey, what up, buddy? How are you, Steve?
Hey, what's up? So Matt's not available right now.
All right. Well, I'm live right now, by the way. So, I mean, I got my my co-host Lauren on with me. How are you, Steve?
Hi, Lauren. Hi. Tony. We finally meet.
Yeah. So, I mean, are you ready to go right now? You know what? If your ride or die is not ready to go right now, wait. Oh, I lost Lauren. Lauren, where'd you go? All right. So, hold on. I have to text her. But I'm getting a little bit of feedback from you right now.
Yeah, he's ready actually. I need to send him the link.
All right, Lauren's back on now. All right, Lauren, how are you?
I was trying to comment because someone's in Orlando and I'm in Orlando.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not making fun of their scooter.
I mean, is he going to log on? I mean,
yeah, he will.
Now, are you wearing headphones right now? Because I'm hearing some feedback.
Yeah, I'm going to bounce out right now.
Why? I'm a little confused here right now. What the?
Just in general, or just that one?
No, I'm just like, why would he dip out? Like, seriously, Lauren, did I do anything? Guys, if you're in the chat room right now, did I do anything to offend him? Because I was getting a little bit of feedback and stuff.
And I think he was restarting his stream so that he could have the proper audio.
I think that's only just on my end, but okay. All right. So, Lauren, let's get back into this. So, you're traveling with this very exotic woman from Costa Rica. How old is she?
28.
28. Okay. Well, I mean, see, that's what happens when you become 40. Like, if I was still like 38 or 39, I could be like, all right, hey, you should introduce me to her. But when you get to that 40, it's kind of like, no, you're gonna seem like the real creepy guy that's desperate and just like reaching for everything. But so you're
I don't think you
traveling.
need any Trilce introduction to be considered that anyways. But
Okay, all right. But all right. So when did you guys stay in the same room and stuff?
no, she was at a different hotel.
Okay. All right. But like, have you guys ever stayed in the same room when you guys have been like
Pillow fights, matching pajamas?
No, but I'm just saying, like, guys are a little bit more like homophobic sometimes, and they won't all right, say like you guys like, all right, I got to shower first, you go take a shower. I'm not saying you guys are showering together or anything, but like when you get out, like, do you guys like change in front of each other, or like, unless as a guy you've played sports and everything.
You're like, what's the female perspective of like how
Yes,
comfortable we are in front of each other?
yes, because I'm just curious, because like some guys, unless you've played sports, and I played high school baseball, college baseball, and stuff. I mean, I got nude. Well, even being on radio. Matter of fact, I've done more.
Are you wearing pants right now?
No, I'm not actually. But what I'm trying to say though is that I've done a lot of nude stunts as well too since I've worked in radio. Do you realize that I did a we'll get into that here in a few.
I want to make a drinking game out of how many times you say the word nude or naked.
Yeah, all right. So, but like, do you and your Costa Rican friend are you comfortable enough where like, you'll change in front of each other and stuff?
I think we're both equally confident in how we are and could give equal few fucks on what the boobs are boobs. Granted, she's very proud of hers made of being silicone. Very, very proud. She invested a lot of money and is like, they look fantabulous.
Yeah.
But I think just in general, yeah, like sharing a bed with another female or like getting changed, swapping clothes, all of that stuff is really not that big a deal for women.
Okay, now I've seen like movies and stuff where they'll be like, oh my God, your breasts are fantastic and everything. And then they'll be like, oh, do you want to feel them? See if they're real. Like, I mean, is that like real or not?
Oh, that's 100% real. Can I tell you the best story about this?
They do.
Right
They do. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh yeah, because they're like, see how real they feel. And it's always like a grab when you have that friendship with someone.
Do you go in with both hands or just one at a time?
One on me, one on them. I want to see the difference.
Wait, so like, I don't think you have any like.
No, mine are all natural.
Okay,
they're
that's what I thought.
Non-natural.
So then why are you asking them to feel yours?
No, you said, where do I do? If someone's like, oh, hey, you can feel like that,
right, so
I'm going to do a comparison.
Okay, all right.
Like you're checking someone's temperature.
Okay, I got you. I'm sorry. I was confused there. I was lost. I'm sorry.
This is boob talk.
Yeah, it is boob talk. So, like, were you uncomfortable the first time a chick was like, oh yeah, check them out?
No, I remember though. So it was a check it out, but it was more of a before and after. So my freshman year of college, my closest friends in school's roommate came up to me and asked me to go with her to get her boobs done because I was her base. I was her model. And so that was like, okay, hey, this is diving in first. So since then, I don't think I've ever had, I know in high school, I felt,
man, is God mad at you? Because it just seems like he's throwing lightning bolts at you.
Yeah, he's probably like, don't talk about high school days. Don't talk about high school.
Man, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just like bam, 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 left and right. All right. So let's not worry about the lightning bolts. That was my fault. So you went with her to get the surgery and stuff done, right?
No, I went to her first consultation. So her name was Mandy, and she came in and said, I want this. And so then I had a smock on, and they were like, "Okay, this is her size. This is her everything." I was like, "That was it."
What was
And
she
then she bought me
before?
lunch.
What size before was she?
She was an A. I'm a C.
Okay, all right.
I'm
And
a
what did she
generous
go
C.
with? What did she go with?
My size, 32C.
Okay, so 32C. Now, I think that's what my ex-wife was. You know, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, some guys are boob men. They are. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, I think there's a point where they're a little too big, right? I mean, don't they also cause back problems for women?
I have several friends that have had breast reduction surgery because they are too heavy. And they did this while in high school.
Wow. In high school, they got it done?
Yeah.
Holy crap. That is crazy. So she gets it done, and obviously she's not like letting you test drive them or like feel them out or whatever. Like a week.
I think your version of test driving in your head is way different than what reality
Well,
might
I'm just
be.
saying, touching them. You know, when you test drive a car, don't you touch the wheel, right?
Is it a Tesla?
No, you touch the wheel. Oh, if it's a Tesla, it's auto drive. It could be auto drive. But what I'm saying though is like you got to wait a little bit of time, don't you?
So yeah, I mean, no, when the work was done, you could feel the difference because they do have to settle. It's a lot firmer and bruised in the initial, but then they settle to a plumper version. I'm sure you've encountered. Pardon me?
They settled then, right?
Yeah.
They kind of like settled. Now, do you know if she went like under or like where she got them in? Because it does make a difference, right? Where you get them put in at. Don't they go like sometimes they can go in through the armpit, like, you know, or they can go through the areola type area. I don't know.
This is an area that I do not have
I'm just
experience on, but I'm sure that makes sense. I'd be more curious as if women more often get expanded nipples tattooed on, because I have seen silicone breasts with tiny nipples that do not match the massive implants that they've received.
Yeah. And then you get some stretching that goes on as well too. Like if you go overly size, I think.
Probably.
All right. So you guys go and you're in Austin. Was she in Austin with you, or did you guys only meet up in Vegas?
We didn't even know. So I didn't actually meet up with her in Vegas. I went with other folks to Vegas, but her and I were just chatting normal. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in Austin at the moment." She's like, "Me too." So then we immediately set up plans to connect.
All right. So I want to get into my first story, Lauren, and like, you know, I just want you to jump in anytime that you want to, but I wanted to ask you, have you done, obviously you've done a lot of flying, but have you ever like flown in a small plane before?
Yes. I've flown a plane. That was one
right.
date I went on. A guy was a pilot. He owned a fleet of planes, and he took me up in the sky, and I got to land the plane.
Another passenger and the incapacitated pilot were in a plane.
So did you see this story that just happened recently?
No.
Where this what happened in the Bahamas? Okay, they were flying back from the Bahamas. They're going to South Florida, and the pilot had some health issues, and he passed out and landed. You know, like was like pressed up against the thing. All right, what is going on, guys? Like, I don't understand. Hold on, give me 1 second here, because like I just don't understand what is going on here. Hello? Because like I'm about to get really, really upset. Because this interview wasn't supposed to be until 7:30. And now this is the second time they're coming on. And they're hanging up. Like, I don't even know if I'm, you know what? Depending on how they come in when the interview is actually scheduled for, I might just, you know what? You're the media relations person. If I'm not
who's the client? Them or you?
No. I'm your client. Okay. So if I do this, like with my glasses and stuff, I want to see how good you are. Okay.
Oh gosh.
And I want you to like, my client, Tuddle, Patrick Tuddle Fowler, the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Look at this.
See, I think there's definitely a delay.
Hey, what's going on, man? What is there like? I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but like the interview wasn't until 7:30, right?
That's correct.
All right, so like every time you log on during the show and stuff, it's like interrupting me.
There's no green room.
I didn't know that. This is brand new to me. I wasn't familiar. I apologize on my behalf and Matt's.
Because Matt just logged on and completely threw me off when I was in the middle of a topic and everything. So like I said, look, I completely understand and everything. And I want to talk to you guys, but I don't need you guys like logging on until you're ready to go. So because I don't know, because I lost you last time. You just completely cut off on me earlier when you were on, when we were trying to figure this out.
Yeah, we were having difficulties on our end, man. And, I had to send him the link once I got off. And, we're used to the Zoom universe. And like I said, I am genuinely sorry, man.
And Lauren, look, Lauren is my media relations person. She represents me and everything. And it's just like, I'm a really, really nice guy and stuff. It's just like, zooming in and stuff. It's just,
that wasn't my intent.
No. So like whenever you're ready to log on and everything, just when you guys are ready to go, just hit me up at 7:30 and everything. And then we can go, because like I'm into the 90s nostalgia stuff. I think what you guys are doing is really, really interesting and everything. So I definitely want to do the interview, but well, hell, matter of fact, you guys are be on in like 4 minutes. So I'm kind of like just rambling on right now. So I can pitch you on hold right now and then I can come back to you. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'm just going to pitch you off. Okay. I don't know. Was I an asshole there? I'm sorry, Lauren.
There are nicer ways to go about it. But I understand it's frustrating when someone jumps in early. But I bet you he was expecting there's like a green room, hold room, and he was
no. You're right. I know, but like, see, that's
my favorite words. My favorite words.
No, you're right, and I got to be a better job at that. That's why. All right. So how about this? What are you drinking? Are you drinking vodka right now or something?
Yeah, this heavy, of course. Like pounding this stuff.
No, but like, see, this is where I need somebody with your expertise to like calm me the fuck down sometimes, like, or just handle some of the stuff like that. Like Steve G is he seems like a smooth ass person. Like he seems like he's the brains behind the operation and stuff.
I bet you they were trying to be like extra.
Oh, you got a new mic. Did you get a new mic?
No, I just changed the position. Does it make me look more legit?
All right.
I can add the spit guard next time.
No, the spit guard's good, but it's great. You just need to frame yourself up center a little bit more,
I told you I'm sitting on. Oh, here, I'll move over to the side. But I'm sitting on a pillow.
Like, bring the mic to you. You got to bring the mic to you.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
This is like media relations 101 for Tuddle's podcast.
No. But like, I need you to help me out with just like dealing with stuff like this, like. My producer Vulture is really, really good at what he does. The guy was a Marine. He did all this. But the thing is I don't know. Hold on. Abraham Dragonfield went, bro, you went full jack on someone who was doing the normal game of entering a room to wait early. No, but Abraham, this wasn't the first time he logged on, and then his co-host did as well too. And look, I want to do the interview and everything. What advice would you give me? Like right now, because I'm in the middle of the show and everything. What advice would you give me, Lauren?
I would have let him join in 5 minutes early and be like, hey, do you want to just kickstart the interview now since we're 4 minutes too? Okay. But I think it's better that you did actually take a moment to pause and to recollect, to realize that he probably was just trying to get on early and he signed off when maybe the audio wasn't synchronized. So he was like restarting his computer to be all set up. So it gives you a chance to have a sip of water or non-water.
Okay, but now, like, all right, so you do media relations and stuff. How do I start this interview with him when his partner gets on, without it being uncomfortable and stuff? Because now I'm on edge because I feel like when I bring him and his other co-host or whatever on, that it's going to be uncomfortable and stuff. And now I'm going to be on edge and I'm going to be ready to strike like a rattlesnake or something.
I mean, you could just say like, oh, you probably were trying to log on early. It could have been my misunderstanding. What I thought were tech issues. Were you trying to be better prepared?
Oh, here, you know what? I'm gonna
watch?
bring him on right now. Okay, here. All right. So we'll do this. All right. I need you like to moderate. If I'm being a dick or whatever, just like step in.
So if I go like this, that's where I'll be like,
no. I just want you to call me out. Like, Tuddle, you're being an asshole. Here's Matt G. But Matt G, I don't even know if his camera's working right now. Steve, you're on, hey. But Matt's camera is not working.
Yeah, and you know what, Tuddle, we deserve to be chewed out.
No. Listen,
look.
No, fuck that, man. Stop it. I'm just trying to make entertaining content. I really don't care in the grand scheme of things. I start out doing this podcast and stuff. I did radio for 20 years. This new podcast and stuff is new to me. So there's no hate at all. It's just like when you get into the groove of things and stuff.
We're just gonna call it a wash. They call it in the car. Yeah. It's Friday the 13th.
Let's start fresh. I mean, you got Brett the Hitman Hart behind you right now. So like I can't like.
What's on your shirt? Wait, what's on your shirt?
Yeah, what is
it's Ice Cube. It's a Target. Yeah, it's a Target Ice Cube shirt.
Now, I mean, Ice Cube. I did see the movie that came out. While we're waiting on your partner here, partner as in your host on the show, because when you say partner, sometimes people get the wrong idea.
Or the right one.
Huh? What's that?
Or the right one.
I mean, but so what did you think of the NWA movie that came out?
I loved it.
Out of Compton.
I'm big on biopics, and it's convenient that his son looks just like him.
He looks so like he looks so much like Ice Cube. All right, I got Matt on.
I'm here, guys. I am so sorry. Sorry about that.
We're both sorry. Tuddle, right. Like I was telling him, man, dude, he should flog us, cane us. We deserve it. We deserve all the smoke, Tuddle. No, because the thing is, man, we had a scheduled interview before. And we got conflicting time zones. Like I signed up for Eastern.
Where are you guys from?
We're both from Ohio.
Okay, yeah. So you're in Ohio. What part? Cleveland, Cincinnati?
Well, I live in Atlanta. He's in Virginia. but we're from Ohio.
Can I tell you, Atlanta is one of my favorite cities. Lauren, have you been to Atlanta?
I have been to Atlanta.
I gotta tell you, can I say this like with it? Because you got to be careful about cancel culture and stuff. And you guys talk a lot about 90s nostalgia and stuff. Back in the 90s, it was a lot easier. You could say whatever you wanted to. You could say the F word for a certain like place and not mean it as a hateful thing. You could just be like, call one of your boys something like that. But you can't say that stuff now. But I gotta tell you, in Atlanta, I walked down some pretty sketchy neighborhoods. And somebody would like lean out of the car and be like, smile, motherfucker, it's New Year's Eve. You need to be happy. And then I was just like, oh man, that's the nicest person in a bad area that was like, I thought I was about to get shot. And I was like, oh man, such a nice person.
You could have, Tuddle.
Steve, you guys got some nice crackheads over there in Atlanta you didn't tell me about?
Man, I tell you, we have every kind of black person you could ask for. We have a whole buffet, a plethora. There is a skateboarding transgender somewhere in Bughead. I'm like, it's like every kind of niche black person.
But Donald Glover, though, look at Donald Glover, man. He's like, would he? All right, now let me ask you, Steve. Would Donald Glover be considered as like a nerdy black guy? And you're like,
yes, because I consider that. And ironically, I lived in Stone Mountain where he's from.
Yeah, Stone Mountain.
I could see how he is a contrast to what's going on in Stone Mountain, possibly where you were when the motherfucker said "smile, bitch."
No, I was in the Bluff.
Oh well.
No, I'm joking. I wasn't in the Bluff.
Man, what were you doing in the Bluff?
I know, but Matt, though, how did you and Steve meet each other?
Junior high.
Wait, you're in Atlanta, but where did you guys met? Are
Ohio.
you
Ohio.
Is that a THC pen or is that just
no, this is menthol tobacco.
Hey, let me ask you. I saw the story, and I'll get back to you, Matt. I'm sorry.
Totally fine.
But Steve, though, I thought it was racist as hell that they're wanting to ban menthol cigarettes. Like, you know,
it is racist.
And no, I'm being serious.
No, it is. I mean, I don't know. In a way, it kind of saves us because I mean that's all we smoke is menthols. But I don't know what that was about. Why y'all want to cancel that? Why don't you want to cancel Marlboro Reds? Those are the cowboy killers. But,
yeah.
I can't help but take it racist, Tuddle.
Yeah, I know, man. It's like I'm so sorry, but Matt, though. So now I feel like we're talking about this. We got 3 people with glasses on, and then we got a cool ass African American guy on, and it's like
perfect 20/20 vision.
Black.
Come on
Nice.
now.
Yeah,
I guess contacts.
It is contacts.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting the LASIK done?
It's too late for that.
Yeah,
it's too late.
How old of a dude are you? I mean, if you guys talk 90s stuff, so are you a Gen Xer?
I'm 38, whatever that is.
You just missed
You're
out.
a Zennial.
Yeah. You're a millennial.
Not a new millennial. We're not new millennials.
No, but Zennial, where you carry that X over.
Oh, okay. I'm dead inside, whatever that is. I don't know.
Normal L Norm says, here, can I put that up? The black gentleman sounds cool as fuck.
Steve, look at that. Getting his flowers. I like that.
Wait, Nelly Bandingo says Smollett. Are you calling him Smollett or
Please
are
don't.
you? I don't know.
Respond, Steve.
Yeah, 79 and 80 is, I think, the cutoff for Gen Xers, though. Growing up in the 90s. Like, when did you guys graduate?
2001.
Man, I graduated in 98. Man, I feel old as fuck sometimes, man. What about you, Lauren? Lauren, when'd you graduate? Oh, I don't really want to hear this.
Last year.
Yeah.
Come on, Lauren.
Oh, that's polite. That's polite. No. I wasn't born in the 90s, but I was born 2.5 hours before the 90s started. So technically, I'm an 80s baby.
Okay.
Wait, so you were born? See, I was born in 79, only like less than a month.
I was born New Year's Eve. My birthday is New Year's Eve. You saved the best for last. Come on, big.
Damn.
And a tax break.
On the cusp.
Yeah, I know that I'm old as hell and everything. So, all right, guys. So before we get into a little bit more of the interview, tell my audience how they can check out your podcast and find out anything about you guys.
Steve, you're the cool sounding black gentleman, so go for it.
Right? Let me do my Allstate voice. You can check us out on streaming, all platforms streaming, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, even on YouTube for video and audio. So basically anywhere you can find a podcast, you'll find us. Happened in the 90s.
All right. So what are some of the things you guys talk about? Like, because why the 90s, though? Why the 90s?
Why not the 90s?
So,
thank you, Lauren.
How do you, what else can we say? I mean,
I'm just saying, though, like, all right. So, we all were that way. When I was growing up, I used to be that person and be like, oh, man, if I talk like this old person that used to yell at me all the time, I'm like, I'm going to kick my own ass. And everybody thinks that their generation's music is the best, right? You see what I'm saying? And I really do have a great debate for the 90s because you got to realize, look at all the music, okay? Country music was even good in the 90s. I'm serious. Like, look at you had George Strait, you had Tim McGraw, you had Brooks and Dunn. I mean, you had some of the biggest country
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I mean, Garth Brooks was there, and you had Shania Twain, who was a sex symbol. Then if you go to rap, back in the day when it came to rap and stuff, guess what? It wasn't talking about what I got and you don't have and showing out and all that good stuff. It wasn't talking about,
There's also fewer ghostwriters. It was the authentic artists.
But it was talking about real stuff. And Lauren brings up a great point. People were talking about what they went through. And then don't even get me started on rock, because we just went through the 80s with all the hair metal and cheesy ass rock. And then we got into grunge and we got into alternative rock and stuff where people were actually talking about the latchkey kids in the 90s, the forgotten children and stuff.
I mean, you just answered your own questions. I mean, that was the last great era of rock. I mean, any of the rock bands from the 2000s, the 2010s, they're not household names. We don't have a Kurt Cobain. We don't have an Axl Rose now. We don't have a Mick Jagger. But
could you argue that that's the diversity of new musicians having exposure with independent labels versus it being so highly commercialized?
Everything's commercialized. And I mean, the rock stars now are rappers. It's been that way for the last, 2 decades. Those are the household names now, them and DJs, EDM guys.
Yeah. I mean, everybody went through that that really aggressive dance music, electronic, like what was the guy that did that? Yeah, well, you had ska that had horns and stuff. I'm talking about the dance music. Who was the guy that
Fat
did
Boy Slim?
Yeah, or no, the Bangarang stuff in the early 2000s. Skrillex, 2010s. Okay. You had Skrillex and stuff, and that went that way. Stevie Aoki, everybody's wanting to go after Stevie Aoki and all these. I mean, it's just like the music is all over the place. It's now gone to pop, and TikTok is controlling the music nowadays. I really think
getting deals. Yeah.
What was one of the things in 90s, living in the 90s and stuff? Not a lot of kids had cell phones and stuff, and it was just like your parents told you, "Hey, be in before the street lights come on." Yeah, or you could be going to a party. That was the thing about it in the 90s and stuff. You could get away with a lot more stuff because your mom couldn't check up on you and call you all the time. You could be laying face down in a field somewhere at some like farm party, and like in the area I grew up, or you could be in any place. You could get away with a lot more, I think.
Yeah, mom and dad couldn't check on you, and neither could the perverts. I think that's something that is more prevalent now, where you got a lot of old middle-aged, Johns.
Tuddles?
Shut
up, Lauren. Don't call me a pedophile or a pervert or whatever.
Do you have buckled shoes? I mean, you kind of got the Woody Allen glasses.
Yeah, God damn it, Lauren. Why are you doing? You just completely have set this up now to like go after me and everything as the host. So,
besides great music, though, there are also great video games. The video games you could play had storylines, and you didn't have to invest in a $600 system, a $60 game, and then $500 worth of additional add-ons to be successful in these games.
You know what, guys? Here, let me ask you this, guys. Lauren wants to call me a sexual deviant pedophile or something. You guys as men, what would you think about if you married a chick that had previously been married and was still wearing the wedding ring of the guy she was married to previously?
That's a red flag, I think, Tuddle. I got to say that right off the bat.
Hey, Lauren, how's it feel now?
Oh, fantastic.
I'm sorry, Lauren. I didn't mean to bury you. I didn't know.
No, I mean, didn't explain.
Oh, come on. That was totally set up.
Explain. No, I mean, listen, I get where Lauren, she's very loyal to her current husband and everything. But like, I don't know, like as a guy, that we're
sounds like your own insecurities, not mine.
But you're wearing your ex-husband's ring and you're married right now. I don't
he's
know.
Still my best friend.
All right. I mean,
did he die?
No.
Oh, I mean, that's the only instance that I would like be okay with it. Like, I mean, I'm just being real with you. I mean, shit, he's still alive, walking around and talking.
Is it on the finger? Is it on the same finger?
Yes, he's wearing it right now.
Hey, so man, okay, how it started was My husband, he proposed with the one ring. And then when we eloped in Las Vegas with Elvis, everyone kept saying, oh, you're engaged, you're engaged. So then I put on the other ring so it looks like I'm married and I don't have to explain. Oh, no, we just, we were poor and didn't buy multiple rings. My husband doesn't wear a ring. He never has.
I didn't wear a ring either because I was a construction worker. You don't wear a ring as a construction worker, but I mean, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think about that? I'm not trying to pay. I mean, you did call me a pedophile, Lauren. So I basically had to call you out on that one.
That's fine. Yeah. I don't mind. I'm comfortable. Everyone's comfortable. I told you he came and visited us. We visited his family. We're all really good friends. Okay. Well, I'm really there. He's my best friend, and my husband and him, like, they get along. But like I'll text him at least once a week because we're best friends.
Wait, so y'all all knew each other prior to all of this?
No. I grew up with my ex-husband, and then my current husband is from a whole nother country.
Man, you're a rider for sure. You got a rider with you.
But yeah, that's how it started. And then now it's like, I feel naked without it. We just never got wedding rings. And it was a much easier conversation than being at the bar saying, oh, you're just engaged. That's not that serious.
Well,
you've totally used that as a pickup line before. You see someone with just one ring instead of two.
Oh, like the Dennis Reynolds, like that doesn't mean anything type situation.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, to each his own. To each his own.
Hey,
that's
you
all
said
I
the man doesn't
say.
even wear his. Yeah, so
we just never exchanged rings. And
all right, I gotta ask this question, okay? And Lauren's probably gonna scared at me here on this, okay? What if? All right, so would you
like
be
Judge Judy or something? I feel like we're like presiding over something.
Yeah, because I want to get your. I'm sorry, we went way out the rails here, but she did call me a pedophile, so I got to.
I think that's the theme of every show.
So
I got a pedo mustache, Tuddle. You don't think I got to take this kind of abuse?
All right. So Lauren, please do not get offended with the question I'm about to ask. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So you obviously are committed to your current husband. I have not met him, and I do want to meet him. Okay, like I really want to because you say nothing but great things about him. Like that's it. And you seem like you're complete in love with him and everything. But
everything before the butt gets immediately canceled?
No, but could you ever see? And I'm not saying this is just a pure physical.
Like you're a nice guy, but
this is a pure physical thing. Could you ever see a mix-in with your current husband and the old husband? And by mix-in, I mean,
I understand what you mean by
that. Was kind of I had a question about that, but I kind of felt a little bit odd asking it.
Well, I know her, and she doesn't get offended, even though she looks innocent and everything, and she's a great professional and amazing at what she does.
Those are the ones you look out for.
So I gotta ask, would you like, I don't know, would that be weird is what I'm trying to say.
It has to be the situation. I don't believe in saying never, like never say never, because things that I am doing today I never would have expected 10 years ago. But is that something I'm actively seeking out?
No. But like, I mean, you say you're so good friends. Have you guys ever hung out with each other together?
Yeah. I went actually and visited him, stayed with him and his teammates for like a week. My husband didn't come.
Oh,
that was a really funny story because I'm staying in a house full of professional soccer players that are constantly without their shirts on. And my husband's like, I'm so glad we have so much trust and faith in our relationship.
And Abraham,
can we stop this car and put it in reverse?
Iron Man, whoever this guy is.
Is this like your parents fighting right now or something and you're uncomfortable and everything? It's Abraham says, does Lauren know another podcast tried to do a dating show for Tuddle? I don't understand what that actually means. Yeah, they did. Nobody showed up because I'm just a hopeless lost cause, I guess.
What's behind door number 3?
Yeah.
So, that was a great show in the 90s.
Well, what? Well, Let's Make a Deal is still on, though. I mean, it's with Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady is doing it now on from Orlando as well, too.
Yeah, Dr. Phillips. I'm in Orlando, by the way.
Oh wow! Or what part? I used to live in Orlando. Lauren.
Oh,
We
I'm
could have crossed
downtown.
paths. Oh, okay. See, I went to like UCF area,
Oh,
that area.
That's far.
It's crazy. Orlando was it was a little bit odd.
I mean,
We just
most
leapfrogged
people
over
say
the teammates part,
Snorlando.
though.
I just wanted to, I was trying to veer the conversation elsewhere, but back to the teammates. You said you shared a domicile with this guy and teammates.
Well, I went to go visit one of their games, and I wasn't gonna.
Oh,
Why wouldn't
yeah.
I say
Wait. Yeah.
Were you like a locker room reporter, or were you just in there,
No.
just like
Hannah
observing?
Storm?
She was her ex was a major league soccer player.
Oh, they get around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
many do.
I mean, and y'all, you still got that ring, so he's done a thing on you.
Oh my!
So much so that you don't mind being around a bunch of sweaty teammates, waiting around for him to finish his conditioning.
I mean, I like to think that. So I will make a full disclaimer. I see individuals as binary. For men, they're either my husband, Roberto, or they're not. So I have been accused more than once of leading someone on, understanding that they thought I was super into them, when I was like, oh, I did not read that situation well. So, optics wise, it sounds really funny when I stayed in a house full of soccer players.
I mean,
but reality wise,
they're horny. They're standing at attention a lot of times, more so than the average non-professional athlete, because of all of that testosterone pumping. I'm just saying.
Could be, but there's definitely a slew of. I'm like the best wing woman. I literally am like queen of this game. So I would be able to recruit.
Define you being the goat of wing women. Please define.
I was the ultimate recruit agent. Like,
you would get the hookup. You would get people plugged.
Look how easy it is to approach me, and I can say, "Oh yeah, they're amazing. Oh, did you know they just did a hat trick today?" And then it's we're all throwing a party afterwards.
Like public relations person for your dick, Steve.
Hey guys,
no, Lauren is the homegirl that we all need to have in our life.
Yeah.
That will never ever think there's a sexual interaction between us because you're not Roberto.
Air that.
Nice.
Yeah.
But she also lived
that for you.
She also lived at one of the basically modern day Sodom and Gomorrah at one point. She lived at Vista Way, which is where all the
Vista Way.
Yeah, Vista Way, which was
Vista
Lay, because it was where all the exchange employees. Man, somebody's dog barking, because that's all right, man. You do that every time to me, Lauren. God. Anyways, but she lived at Vista Lay, where all the Disney employees that are exchange students and stuff go and live at, and it was like that's the place you want.
Playboy rated it the #1 place to be a college student.
So it's just like an orgy? Is it a party? Like, what's
there's
going on?
everything and anything in between.
Drugs, sex, everything.
I wonder if they all talk in Disney character voices when they're having their orgy time.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I think it would be kind of cool to like bang the chick that plays Minnie Mouse or Daisy.
Friends with Minnie Mouse is often a Hispanic man.
The Gaston guy, that guy's just laying pipe throughout that place.
What is a three-way? What is a three-way, Mickey?
But yeah, so guys, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize for the mix-up at the beginning and everything. We
deserve it.
Yeah, I feel bad.
When do you guys post your show? Like, when can people download new episodes?
Thursdays.
And once again, you guys got a website, and what platforms can they find that?
Steve?
Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anybody's Mama's Podcast, Ugly Jason's Podcast. We're available on YouTube. We are happening in the 90s with Steve G and Matt G. You'll see a little South Park caricature of ourselves. Yeah, man.
So did they do you up to look like Token on South Park, or no?
In a way, yeah. I mean, because he's the only character to compare to from South Park.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was saying, I mean, that's why it's such a funny character and stuff. And
I was token. Like, this is how we know each other. We know each other from like junior high, and we went to the very suburbish of suburbs in Northwest Ohio. So I played basketball, and every time I was the token, whether it was on the court or in class, or any of the little clubs that we were in. But this guy right here, man,
did he play basketball?
No.
Were you
I was a little fat boy.
Equipment manager or no?
No, I was too fat to even do that. I was just a little chubby kid that Steve liked to hang out with in class.
Man,
it was sad. It was sad time.
Did Steve ever did you ever get bullied, Matt, in school or no?
Not in high school. Probably when I was younger. Yeah, for sure.
Did Steve ever is he like one of your guys that would throw hands if he saw you in trouble and stuff? No.
I mean, maybe he would have, but I don't think it ever got to that.
It never had to
because
it was suburban Ohio.
Yeah, they was suburban Ohio.
All you had to do was crack on these. They were just a bunch of mouth breathers, Tuddle. I mean, all you had to do was pull like a joke you heard on Def Jam out or something, and it was over with.
Exactly.
Well, I love the dichotomy between you two, and I really think that you guys need to check out the podcast website that people can check out.
Steve, what is it? It's happening in the 90s. WordPress.com.
Yeah, it's a WordPress. Yeah.
All right, but
did you say it right?
Media. What's the main social media that the people should check out?
Well, we have a Facebook. If you check out Happened in the 90s on there, and we also have Instagram. We have Twitter. We're more active on our Instagram, but eventually
I think you'd
we're going to start
MySpace if you're talking about things that happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
MySpace. Was
yeah, I know, but it's closer to the 90s.
Yeah. Well, we talk a lot about dial-up internet, if that helps.
Oh, what were your AIM usernames?
My AIM username was my great grandmother's name, because I didn't know any better, and I was talking to people that I probably shouldn't have been talking to. That's a whole.
You were like
story.
ASL to everyone.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I had like a burner AIM account for that, like because you could get on chat rooms and just like really wreak some havoc, So I used to do that.
So what was your grandmother's name?
It was Airy 79, and I wasn't even born in 79. I just thought that was a cool year. It was
79.
There you go.
It's a cool Smashing Pumpkins song.
Yeah, man. What's your best alternative grunge song? And I'll let you guys go. What's that one that represents the alternative grunge type scene?
I like Alice in Chains, Them Bones, but I don't know.
Oh, I love that. I mean, Alice in Chains is my favorite out of the Seattle movement, but I mean, you got to say Smells Like Teen Spirit, man. I mean, that was the motto. That kickstarted it all, man.
I latch onto a song, and I've been listening to some of the older, but Presidents of the United States, Peaches or Lump, but I don't know why it's such a goofy, weird, and I'm like,
that's awesome.
What were they on when they were writing that song? They were like,
man,
put my finger down inside a little place for it to hide,
And they're from Seattle, right?
Yeah, you know what's wild about that? Sir Mix-a-Lot produced that album that we're talking about. Yep.
Wow.
Another Seattle legend.
Fun fact.
Oh,
is that what you talk about on the show? Lots of fun facts from the 90s?
And we shit on a lot of things. It's fun to go back and watch things that you thought that were awesome from the 90s. Like a movie like Twister, for example.
Loved it. I love
it. Yeah, but go back and watch it now, and it's a huge piece of shit.
Now, do you know that I watch it because I know that Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton absolutely hated each other because they hated each other because they had the Twister ride, and I would go to Universal when the Twister ride was still open. Nice. I think it's something else now. I don't know why, but I always remember Bill Paxton.
Did King Kong replace that?
No, I think Confrontation's gone now. That became the Mummy ride. Confrontation did. But it's funny, Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, you know that they got him to film it, and you know they weren't together because they had them on 2 separate screens. And Bill Paxton said, well, filming the movie Twister, and they're talking about the flying cows and all that stuff. I mean, it was, and that was a guy that died without me not even realizing it. Like, I'm pretty on top of celebrity deaths and stuff. Bill Paxton died just was like out of nowhere.
That guy's a legend too. He played a lot. He was in this movie called that too. Yeah, hell yeah.
Alien. He was in the first. He was in, or was he in? No, he's in Aliens. He was in the second one.
He was in a fucking movie called Club Dread that Broken Lizards made, where he played like a.
I've interviewed those guys before.
That's so hilarious.
I've interviewed those guys before, and they are brilliant. But guys, I really enjoyed this interview and stuff, and I want to have you guys on again at another date. Okay?
Definitely,
for sure, man.
All right, man.
But I want to ask one question.
Oh, go ahead.
What outfit do you miss from the 90s that you wish was brought back?
That starter jacket.
I had a Billabong jacket in the 90s.
Did you wear the matching Billabong shorts?
No, just a jacket.
Charlotte Hornets starter jacket.
Yeah,
Oh, I still have one. I have one in my house in Chicago.
Jammer pants.
Oh, Bill Paxton was in True Lies. Nellie Mandingo brings that up. True Lies. You remember? And guess what? Jamie Lee Curtis, I found amazingly hot when she was doing that dance in the bikini. But there was always rumors about her being a hermaphrodite and missing a finger as well, too.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
Yeah, didn't Bill Paxton say his dick didn't work in True Lies? Wasn't that he was like getting threatened? He's like, my dick doesn't work, man.
Also, my other favorite 90s like urban legends back in the day was the Richard Gere gerbil bit. I mean, everybody heard about that one, right? You know, you guys ever heard about Richard Gere and the gerbil? You heard about?
Oh yeah,
Lauren, you never heard about?
No.
All right, I'll explain it to you. Yeah, he liked the gerbil and his BH area. And then what was the other one about? What was the guy that had to have his stomach pumped because he had too much?
Marilyn Manson.
No. There was a guy in the 90s that had to have. That was another. Oh well, the rumor about Marilyn Manson had a ribs removed to be able to test his own D. Yeah.
True though. I really hope that.
I thought his ex-wife Rose McIver said that was fake news.
Well, but the rumor that was going around that he was the Savage Kid from Wonder Years' friend. What was his name?
Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Everybody said that Marilyn Manson was Paul as well too.
Yeah,
from the Wonder Years.
And he's actually a lawyer in California now, so he's totally not Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
he's friends. He's been brought up in Johnny Depp's trial a few times.
Oh, yeah, wow. What do you guys think about that Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing?
It's gold.
Yeah, we actually talked about both
entertainment gold.
Who do you think is in the right or wrong? I think both of them are both messed up, but
yeah, what's the point of it all? Is like
the lawyers are winning. I mean, this is just so much money.
I feel like Johnny Depp's coming out on top, like just public opinion wise. And the fact that they penned the term grumpy for taking a shit in a bed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Howard used to use that all the time. Howard Stern used to use that all the time on the show. Grumpy. But
well, my bad.
Did you see Amber Heard where she was like wiping her nose?
She did some blow. Yeah.
You think she did some coke while she was on the stand?
No way.
No
way. That's too ballsy.
That's
Lauren. I mean, I've never seen anybody wipe their nose that way because she used both hands and she was like that.
You don't blow your nose like that. You don't inhale to blow your nose.
Have you had that many cameras on you judging every single move that you make?
Maybe
there's a lot of stuff that you logical people wouldn't do. Amber Heard, she shits in the bed as a get back to her boo.
And coke
logic. Lay in that mattress. Like she does a lot of things that doesn't make sense. Clearly.
I think
when you're on blow, you're like, I can definitely rail this without anybody seeing. Nobody saw that.
And she used like a napkin. She was trying to be, but like the way she did it, it looked like she was doing cocaine. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna wrap up the show. But I really appreciate it. Your time. Okay.
Thanks for having us, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. All right, guys. So, all right. So, Lauren, I do want to get on this one story that I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
You were talking about flying, okay, earlier before this interview.
Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
This guy that he passed out during the flight, the pilot did.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the one passenger. See, that's why I've never thought, if you're flying a small little plane like this, I don't think this guy could have flown this plane if it would have been like a jet. This was a prop plane.
Maybe.
And,
I mean, there's so much that's set up with autopilot and the way you can radio into command. Like, people are able to take control of the vehicle.
But this guy had to pull the pilot because he passed out on the stick, and the plane went into a nosedive at the time.
No.
It went into a nosedive, and it was like one of those movies where like somebody had to jump in because the pilots were gone, and the air traffic control was able to talk him through everything, and he landed the plane safely in Palm Beach County.
The passenger, another passenger, and the incapacitated pilot were in a plane just like this one. It's a Cessna 208. It's also sometimes called a Caravan. Let me take you up here into the cockpit. Now, the one passenger, Darren Harrison, he was in the back seat of the plane, so he had 3 rows to climb over.
Look at that. I mean,
and while nosediving, like that's gravity going against you.
Exactly. But he was able to get that guy back.
That's awesome.
And now, sometimes people like fold under pressure, like when that adrenaline hits them and everything.
Sure. Fight or flight.
Yeah. Do you think that if it was the best of the best flight instructor, air traffic controller, do you think you could have kept yourself cool enough to be able to land this plane?
If I were the person in the back and have to carry over 3 seats and connect with someone.
And then fly the plane. You see what I'm saying?
But you have to remember, I flew a plane for a date, and not that like, oh, now I can fly a plane. No, but after like an hour up in the air and you go through like the basic components, I was able to land the plane.
Oh, you did land
with
it.
Assistance.
Okay.
So it was a lot less intimidating.
The person was sitting next to you then.
Yeah.
But no, this person that was given the instruction.
No. I'm saying like for sure. I would just say it's more believable if he was able to understand and listen to it, because I think planes have been set up for those situations as backups. And again, one of my closest friends is a certified flight instructor, and so again, he's told me about like how much the planes can fly themselves and how these situations.
I don't know if this one can though. Maybe it can. I could be wrong, but all right, let's get back into this.
To get himself all the way up here into the cockpit, he had to pull the incapacitated pilot back from the controls because he'd slumped over. Then he had to grab the controls, pull the plane back out of a nosedive, and then look for some headsets. But unfortunately, the headsets were disconnected. So
this is like going from bad to worse.
I know, like, because every little step you got to do, because there are so many buttons. Like, I mean, just look at the board right there. Like,
that's where like it's super intimidating. But
yeah, I remember the first time I sat down at a radio board, like at a radio station, having to run the board in. It's a little intimidating. Big Doug Millionaire, he brings up a great point. Something is fishy here. What happened to the pilot, and why haven't we heard from him? He does bring up a great point, because nobody has. I've seen updated stories, and they've interviewed the air traffic controller, the flight
everyone else that's been involved,
except the pilot. Now, there's a lot of partying going on down in the Bahamas and stuff.
Oh,
I mean, this guy could have been coked out of his mind. He could have been Amber Hearding it. Seriously, like he seriously could have been.
I mean, for me, because of at least pulling up, if that makes the right sense. You see that in movies all the time, and knowing that you can talk to someone, that part's easy. Me physically lifting a big ass pilot with gravity going against me, that's what I'm more.
Abraham said the pilot died. Man, That's crazy.
Oh,
but then they have the headphones in. Like, where would you even know, like, where to plug it in at? There's probably
What's the
yeah.
If it was someone that was born after 2010, they don't even know what a head jack is. A headphone jack is.
Oh man.
The chaos, he's looking for a place to plug in so they could then call the tower for help. This morning, the men behind that mid-air mayday are still celebrating a perfect landing.
You're like a hero. I feel like a hero. I kind of feel like
this guy taking Xanax before this interview. He's like, I feel like a hero.
It's probably like his 100th interview of the day.
Yeah, you're right. But this is national NBC news. So, like they probably got first shot at him. I mean, you're a media relations person, right? I mean, wouldn't you think like NBC, CBS, ABC?
The local stations are going to get you first because they're closest to your physical proximity.
But this guy that you're seeing here, he does all the Florida stories here. Like, I don't think this guy goes anywhere else. I think he's like,
but still, like, how long would it take if, say, he was like in the handle?
He's in South Florida
to get there.
He's Miami, basically. So, I mean, it's not that far away. But like, I mean, do you give first dibs to the national, or like, do you go local?
I think you go whoever you answered first, and in that order. I think they're just overwhelmed with all this energy. It's like, okay, yes, come at this time.
Would you suggest somebody like this that's just a normal like person, like maybe like reach out and maybe get somebody that knows like media relations and stuff like that?
100%. As soon as he gets the second call, it's get someone, because how can you monetize from this? Like, is there a ghostwriter that he could publish a book while it's still within trending times? Because you can hire a ghostwriter to write that book for you in 7 days.
Now, would he have to go to his like employer and be like, hey, do you mind if I do these interviews and stuff?
I would think most employers would be okay if you just wear their company shirt.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, look, I mean,
and you'd take a personal day. You would be an asshole employer if you said, no, you need to report to work after nearly dying. You cannot take a personal day or a sick day.
Big Doug Millionaire, I could land that plane no problem. You don't need to look at all those dials. I've always said flying a plane is easy. I mean, Lauren, you did it. Did you think it was easy?
It was way easier after someone had walked me through and said, like, ignore 90% of this.
But if you had never done it before.
Oh, no. But we don't know that he's never done it before. Like, why is he in a charter plane? It might have been something that he has more experience with.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's familiar and seen that kind of vantage point. If you've only ever flown commercial.
Yeah. Abraham Dragonfriend writes, my best friend is a pilot. I have flown so many times with him. I would be so fucked if he died. Yeah. I mean, Abraham says, I pay zero attention to anything he does.
But you sit in the cockpit with him? And is it like but it's still a fixed wing plane. For me, I think helicopters would be a nightmare.
Oh, helicopters.
Then you have the blades going. But this, like, you see enough on TV that you know that if you pull it back, the wings will go up.
Yeah, the rudders or the flaps.
There's no way they could keep going if they couldn't get in contact with someone who knew better. But I think there's enough of, like, if you had to see a friend and they knew that pulling the parking brake stopped the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but wouldn't you have to like at least call the airfield that you were going to land at? Also, the other thing is like driving is completely different because you get familiar with roads and all. There's no like
there's no one to hit. What are you gonna do? Oh,
yeah, but like there's also other planes that could be coming in, landing at that airway. And the last thing you want is a bigger airplane landing on top of you or having a mid-air.
So you'd have better pilots that can navigate around it, so they'll be situationally aware.
Okay, so what do you say? Hey Siri, I need a direction to the nearest airport, and it's not.
No, if he couldn't get in touch, if he couldn't plug in the headphone, then there's no way that dude would have survived. But doesn't it look like on this pause screen that's where the headphone jack is? Doesn't it look like right there?
But the thing is like my first thing would go to like an interstate and try to land it on a very an interstate that didn't have a lot of traffic on it and stuff, because
I don't have the capability to think that quickly. If you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to die, I'm not thinking how many houses am I going to crash on. Lower priorities.
Iggy T brings up a great point.
The Italian.
Yeah, Iggy, like biggest fan up in Canada. She just went and saw Paul McCartney up in Seattle. She got to come down to her and her husband went to Seattle and saw Paul McCartney. But she, a lot of pilots are not instrument trained to be able to fly. She says, or imagine flying with blue sky and blue ocean.
That's more terrifying.
Yeah, because a lot of these pilots and stuff are able to fly just by going by their instruments and stuff. All right, it's gonna take us a while to get through the story as much as we're talking, but I wanna play some more.
Maybe I don't deserve it.
Bobby Morgan is the air traffic controller and part-time flight instructor who talked 2 passengers on board this single-engine Cessna 208.
That's not a big-ass plane at all. I mean, it's not a big plane at all.
No, I've flown on planes like all the luggage, and this plane they have to weigh you out so your weight is balanced.
Yeah, so you're not like that chick from was it Aaliyah that died because they overpacked the plane? Yeah, Left Eye died because they packed the plane too much. What did Big Doug Mill throw on my aviator glasses? Call sign, permission to buzz the tower. I'm landing this bitch. Yeah. Spice Boys Gold Mike doorstop. Planes don't usually have big asses. Yeah. It's still the aviators. I mean, it would make you more confident, right? If you were
wearing the aviators?
Yeah.
No, I can't see the instruments then. I can't see where the headphone jack is. I'm taking everything out of my face.
Yeah.
Through a safe touchdown at Palm Beach International on Tuesday after the original.
Wait, is the landing gear always down on a plane like this? I don't think it is, right?
Like the wheels? No, the wheels have to be untipped.
Okay, all right. So like that would be my other big fear. You can't see if the wheels are down. How do you know if the wheels are down if you've never flown a plane? You could be landing and thinking that the wheels are down and just landed on its like belly.
Fair. But at the same time, like you can't see if the blinker on your car is blinking, but if you pull this trigger and you can hear it, I'm sure there's going to be some sound as well as light indicator that the wheels are out.
You know what? Thank you, Big Doug Millionaire. I'm going to take that off. I'm getting a lot of complaints that when I put the comment up on the screen, the sound is not as good. Am I the only, because I've gotten a couple of comments on that. You know what? I got to find another platform that can stream to multiple platforms.
I'm using Restream.
All right. I need to talk to you about that. But Big Doug Millionaire says it sounds better when Tuddle reads the post.
It's because you have that deep, pervy voice.
Shut. Oh, man. You know what? I can't be mad at you because I told you to give me shit or bust my balls if there was something, and you know what, you did it. So I gotta give you credit for that.
Fair.
Pilot
how much left in this story? How much is left in the story?
Just a couple of minutes. Why, you gotta go?
No.
All right, sorry.
I've got a serious situation here. My pilot has gone incoherent.
Darren Harrison, who had no idea.
It looks like the new coach of the Florida Gators football team.
Also, how was he that calm? If they were nosediving, my pilot's gone incoherent.
Smoking a lot of weed in the Bahamas, probably.
Idea how to fly a plane sprang into action as the aircraft took a sudden nosedive over the Atlantic.
The pilot was slumped over on the controls, and then they pushed him back. They get him out of his seat, and then they had to get on the controls and pull back the plane so that it would climb up out of the dive that it was in.
Eventually, Harrison was able.
Look at all those dials. And what does GUMP mean? G-U-M-P or dump? Is that GUMP or dump on the thing?
Able to determine the plane's airspeed and altitude, allowing Captain Morgan to direct him.
All right. Does anybody find it ironic that the guy was in the Caribbean and the guy that talked him down, his name was Captain Morgan? He was the guy that
no
him down.
There's fake news. No way.
No, his name was Captain Morgan, a rum, Caribbean rum. This guy's name was Captain Morgan. Sorry, I just think that's funny. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's so spot on. I would think I was already dead.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, wait. This is Captain Morgan. I'm gonna help you. Like, fly in. Wait. Stop. Look, this is a life or death situation. What is your real name? Or real name? I don't need any jokes here, Captain Morgan. Okay. Whatever.
Through the dramatic descent.
He just say, you look great. You're a little fast. What I want you to do is grab the throttle.
Do you see his shirt?
Yeah, I was like, that aviator shirt. He's got to have some sort of flight background.
Well, he's a flight nerd. Like, I mean, that's an aviator shirt. Like, he loves a flight.
And I bet you those are signs at the airport. Like, don't those look like the signs you see on the runway when you're taking off?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty creative. Yeah, I mean, we've all bought those like joke shirts, right?
Oh, those Abercrombie ones. If you saw that Netflix documentary. Oof.
Which one? Tender Swindler or what? Which one?
No, it's about the creators of Abercrombie and their not so nice shirts that they've made, like several of them being racist as all heck. But they produced a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah, you gotta be like a twink or real skinny as hell to wear some Abercrombie stuff because they make that stuff real tight. They do. Sorry.
You didn't wear it in high school or in college?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I was like, you feel like the person that would have that skinnier type of body. Big backpack, maybe with wheels.
No.
Arms.
No. I wore a backpack, but I always wore like the man purse type thing.
Oh, the satchel bag.
Yeah, I got a satchel bag. I do. Well, see, you know what? As much as you want to I bust your balls about wearing the ring and stuff. My wife bought that satchel bag when I was at Dragon Con up in Atlanta.
No way.
Yeah. I still carry it around all the time.
Did you wear a tail at Dragon Con?
No, I didn't. Well, I mean, Dragon Con is just a name, but like I would do cosplay and stuff. Be so many hot chicks wearing like cosplay, dressing up as like Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider game.
I was Lara Croft at Comic-Con in Orlando.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. Pick. I mean, we got to see.
Probably somewhere.
Right. You don't post enough on your Instagram. It's just your stories.
Yeah.
A lot of women do that. Why?
Because I have clients on my Instagram account.
All right.
It's just easier. Plus, like for close friends and stuff like there, I'll post a few times a day.
Big Doug Millionaire, I'm putting it up there. Tuddle can wear Abercrombie and Fitch, but looks better shirtless. Thank you for hyping me up there a little bit.
I'm sure he would be like the individual that's like, you just got your sunburn, right? So it'll be like bright red with like the white outline.
No. I mean, well, you remember, I don't know if I ever told, me and my ex, we owned a tanning salon at one time. And I used to tan nude all the time. Oh my God. I mean, I'm head to toe, like no tan lines at all. It was just like straight. Even.
Would you put on a sticker? Would you put like the Playboy bunny sticker on your ass?
No, we had those stickers and stuff, but I never ever used the stickers. No. I also did spray tans. We had a girl that would do the women, and I would spray tan the dudes.
Okay.
And some of them would want their genitalia tanned.
Ball sack.
Yeah, but that.
What would you do with hair though? Because would it like mess up? And so if they shave, then they look like a speckled.
It would, and I don't know why I'm about to admit this to you, but we would have wiener tongs. Like tongs where you would have to, because if it's flaccid, you're gonna get.
Yeah, that was your New York hot dog flip.
Yeah, so no, but you would have to grab it and stretch it out and spray it so you didn't get lines and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing. But it paid a lot. A lot of guys coming in getting their wieners spray tan.
That's fair. It was like what's the dips ice cream?
Oh yeah, the magic shell.
Yeah.
You put that in there and it just automatically hardens and stuff.
Sounds like your job description to a T.
Nobody ever got aroused when I had to use the wiener tongs.
So do you see that as a compliment or not?
Do you want an honest answer?
No, lie to me, please.
All right, then yes, I'm so no, I kind of. It was like, what the hell's going on? As many wieners I had to tong. I'm sure like at least one of them was into dudes, and then they weren't like into me, and it was just like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh no. Oh no. Your insecurity on full alert.
Yes.
You tonged a ton of wieners.
Yes, I did. And you know what? I'm confident enough to say
How
that.
tight was that Abercrombie shirt? I bet if you were wearing it while grabbing the tongs, you would have gotten a little bit of, maybe not full mass, but at least like, half.
Big Doug Millionaire says, okay, now we're talking. This is what I came here for. Yeah, I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of in my life.
Like?
I don't even know if I can talk about some of it.
Okay, tell me the worst one or the best story that involves a mailman, a cat, or a trophy.
I'm just talking about on-air radio bits.
Oh.
But you're going to judge me, and I think you'll look down on me.
I try not to judge. I try to lead with curiosity so I can suspend judgment.
All right.
Molly cat?
No, I'm not talking about the Molly cat. No, I'm not doing that. There was this one bit. Okay, so I just got let go from my radio. I mean, do you guys care if I go long here? Because I know that it's going to be a long show, but
well, we know that the people at your tanning salon, those men can go long too.
Yeah. All right. So I just got fired from Real Radio in Orlando for the first time because I worked there again. But I went to Tampa and I was working on the Bubba Love Sponge show over in Tampa. And there was this, I was in the need for money at the time. And this was for an on-air bit, okay? We were on Howard Stern's radio station at the time, and he had an exclusive website where it had uncensored content where people could
His
go.
OnlyFans account?
Nah, it wasn't OnlyFans. It was not OnlyFans. OnlyFans. This is back 2010, so I don't think OnlyFans was around. But it was called Bubba Raw, okay? And people could go there, check it out. They had a sex toy sponsorship and everything. And it was me and two other guys. And Big Doug Millionaire says, don't do it.
No, I'm here for Abraham. He's like, tell her about the cat.
Well, it's not the cat. I'm not the cat's. Okay, I'll eventually get to the cat. Not this show, but I am very comfortable, married at the time. I've always been comfortable with my heterosexuality, okay? And I've always had this thing. There's nothing gay you can do with a woman, right? As a man. Do you think there is?
Yes. But is it only you and one woman?
No, it's just me and a chick, and maybe she was using,
Did she peg you?
That's kind of where I'm going on this. Not her, but we had these expandable things that go in because I got to be careful being on certain platforms and stuff. I can't get way too descriptive, but it was an expandable thing you put in certain areas.
Okay.
And it was whoever could take the most pumps from the expandable thing, and I was the first person out. I was the first person because I can only take one like pump.
So this is like the opposite of how many licks does it take to get to the center of a pussy pop?
I was out immediately because every time you pumped it, like put air into it, it would grow bigger.
Suck out a piece of your soul.
Yeah, it would grow bigger. And then there was
Did your voice change?
No, because I was out I was out immediately because it was very.
Don't answer that. Let us just all make our own opinions on why you were out right away.
Well, because like it just performance anxiety, because this was all being filmed as well too, by the way. And then there was another time where I did this challenge. You've heard of us, Circle J, right?
Yes.
And you say, okay, all right. Well, it was me and three other guys that, oh, by the way, whoever won the expandable thing got $1,000, by the way.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then on this next one, it was like $800, but it was me and 3 other dudes. Our ankles were handcuffed to each other.
Okay.
And we're
sounds like a college party.
So it was the first person that could do something to completion won like $800.
And
I didn't win.
Is this the story about a trophy?
I mean,
no, you didn't win that trophy.
No, I didn't win that trophy. I did get a bonus because the guy next to me got certain substances on my knee. If you know what I'm talking about. You must think I'm a complete heathen or just a big weirdo.
I think I had that on the first impression. Now you're just getting better.
Okay. All right. And then, you know what? The Molly cat. Sorry. I had a cat. I've always thought it's weird. I never took care of myself.
Could you just acknowledge Big Doug's what is fluctuating in his emotions right now?
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna tell the cat story. Okay. I was taking care of things myself, handling some chores, and I've always had a problem if there's a cat or a dog, because dogs stare at you when you're doing certain things. Okay. And I accidentally did things on my cat, not on purpose. It was just sitting there, and I felt bad, and I had to clean up the cat and everything. And I felt really bad about it, because I didn't know the cat was there. Cats are very stealthy, and I got certain things on the cat, and I'll leave it at that.
But don't cats often clean themselves?
Yeah, I didn't want that, because I would have been even more I would have felt way more bad. So I didn't want that.
But if you had filmed that for TikTok, the cat's reaction.
Oh, no. I would have gotten banned immediately for something like that. Not unless I would have been like, hey, I'm making cinnamon rolls and I got some of this icing on the cat. And she's,
immediately goes, ah!
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you're never going to come on my show again, are you? You know what? I might as well get rid of this story. We've been on so many other things. I'm just going to get rid of that.
Well, no, I'm sure there's something more interesting at the back end. But I don't think that guy was 100% ignorant to handling that situation. Because he also used plurals in his story scene. So he's like, they pulled him. So it wasn't him pulling.
Oh, there was somebody else there. No, there. I brought that up as well, too. There was definitely somebody else there. Had to be.
Poking holes in this story. It's still remarkable nonetheless. But I suspect that he's flown it before.
How come you're not wearing the red frames today? Because
I am.
Oh, they look kind of pinkish more.
Well, they are pink, and I have a chandelier with colored light bulbs.
Well, the other day when you were wearing, they looked way more red.
Fair.
And I was like, oh man, you look like, and I really dated myself.
Yeah.
I said, you look like, you're rocking the red frames like Sally, Jesse, Raphael. And you're telling me you've never heard of Sally, Jesse, Raphael?
I did, from you.
I just don't understand how you would never.
She may have come up before. It's just not something that stayed in my memory like Molly Catwell.
You guys, Abraham Dragonfriend says she's a pro. Look at the pivot. Big Dog Millionaire. Hello 90s. Come on now. I can't
believe you read that and didn't shout pivot in a Ross voice.
What? I never watched Friends, if that's what you're talking about.
I think that's what I'm going to judge you on the most out of everything you've ever said. You've not watched any episodes of Friends?
I have. I know Ross, Chandler, Phoebe.
Okay.
I don't even know what was Jennifer Aniston's Rachel. I know that they drink coffee at the Central Perk. Mm-hmm. I know that there were random stars that were boyfriend. Tom Selleck was actually on Friends. You had Paul Rudd was actually in the last season, I think, of Friends as well too. So I do know about it. It just Nah.
It didn't float your boat.
Nah, all right. Who was your favorite character on Friends then?
Depends on the episode. Get most often people tell me I remind them of Phoebe.
Yeah, of course.
I get that all the time.
Phoebe was, in my opinion, because I always went for the just odd, quirky, nerdy girls. So yeah, I mean, Phoebe definitely would be there. But I mean, Paul Rudd dated her, right? Wasn't
and
Paul
she
Rudd?
changed her name to like Banana Hammock, or he wanted to change his name to Banana Hammock, and she was Fanula something.
What's it? Brad Pitt was on there as well too, right?
Yeah, when he was married to Jennifer Aniston. Reese
Yeah.
Witherspoon.
Wait, Reese was on it?
Yeah, she was one of Rachel's sister. The other sister was the girl from Married with Children.
Oh, Christina Applegate.
Christina Applegate. Yep. There's a whole Gabrielle Union was on the show.
Big Doug Millionaire says Giovanni Ribisi was in
Who's
it.
Giovanni Ribisi?
You
I
don't
know who that is.
you do
Maybe my face.
Giovanni Ribisi was in
Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock.
Giovanni Ribisi. Do you remember the movie The Boiler Room? The one that was that everybody was stopping. Give me some Giovanni Ribisi movies, please.
Oh, that's Phoebe's brother.
Yeah. Phoebe's brother.
Yeah, Sneaky Pete. Gone in 60 Seconds is how I know.
Gone in 60 Seconds. Tell me you remember that one, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I was a big Nicolas Cage fan growing up. And then
did you watch it when it came out?
No.
Nick Cage is playing Nick Cage in movies. I'm surprised he even did that movie.
Gone in 60 Seconds specifically?
Well, no, I was talking about the new one, like this newest movie where he's playing himself.
Yeah.
It's like called Extraordinary Talent or something.
Yeah, and it has the guy from Narcos.
Yeah, but I don't even think that was the best. I think no, The Rock. The Rock was the best action movie. The one with him and Sean Connery escaping off of Alcatraz.
Yes. But I didn't know he was in that one.
Yeah, he was. Face Off. Do you remember Face Off? Him and John Travolta. Yeah. What movie do you think Brad Pitt looked the hottest in? Because all the guys, when they say I want to get in shape, because all the guys pretty much hands down say Brad Pitt. They all, if they wanted to get into a certain type of shape, they wanted to look like
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No, Brad Pitt in this movie. No, you're not even close.
Oh no.
I mean,
if you're saying Fight Club was okay, but I thought Edward Norton was better.
No, Fight Club. Brad Pitt was in the best shape that I've ever seen a dude get for in a movie, and Snatch as well too.
I liked him in 7. That was pretty good, but I don't remember there being like a shirtless scene.
Wait. What, in Fight Club or
no? In 7.
Like
in Fight Club, I thought that Edward Norton was more attractive.
Really? Okay.
But you have to remember, like, white guys weren't really my thing.
Wait. All right. We'll have to save that for another conversation. But Lauren, if people want to check you out and follow you on social media and stuff, really, you do need to start posting some more pics or videos and stuff on.
Well, I didn't post anything I posted something from Vegas, like co-owners of a company of mine. They posted a video of me in Vegas.
It was food pics. Women love to post food pics. I don't know what that's about.
I posted a shitty cookie. Okay. It was a pookie.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's still food, right?
Fair. No, hold on. I did some outfits. Oh, but only to friends. I had some really badass heels.
Oh, yeah, you did. Because you like wearing high heels all the time?
I always wear high heels. Do you know how much better my ass looks with high heels on?
They really do. I mean, well, I'm not saying you in particular. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a creepy guy. But what I'm saying, though, is like it does jack up the butt a little bit whenever you're.
Oh, it's a lot of it. There's not much back there. It's like a spoon that concaves the wrong direction. But my husband said it's his favorite part of my body. So I do everything I can to accentuate it and let the world know.
I know it's going to be weird. People find this weird. And I know that. All right. So I didn't realize that this was my favorite part. You know, when you get comfortable, when you're dating somebody for a while or you're married to somebody, like if your chick is like on the toilet peeing or something, I'm not saying I'm into like peeing or anything like that. No, I'm saying
no
like
judgment if you are.
No, but like when a woman is sitting like that crease that you get on the hip and the legs right there. So like if you're sitting like this, okay, and that little crease where the leg connects to the hips and stuff. You know that?
Okay.
You know, I know
that's what you're into? That's your thing?
I just love that little crease that happens right there. I know that it's weird and everything, but I don't know if it's a connection of the legs going into the hips and then you have that crease. It's like the meeting part of two of the greatest things.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Big Doug Millionaire. Lauren is great. You need to have her on more. Big Doug Millionaire says we have great chemistry.
Oh, fantastic.
On the show.
Well, I don't know how. I'll have to check myself out next time I'm in the restroom. We do not pee with doors open in this house.
Wait, okay. Well, I'm not saying you guys do that, but
So I mean, my husband's never. I mean, I never say never.
In front of you, has he ever farted in front of you?
Oh, everyone farts.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to get a level of how comfortable you guys are with each other.
Yeah, no, stuff with the bathroom is the hard line. But if there's ever been an emergency, I know that he would do whatever he would move a pilot and land a plane for me if needed.
Yeah. When I was married, my wife ex got a little too comfortable sometimes because when it would she'd have her visitor or monthly visitor, sometimes I go in there and there might be certain
discharge?
I'll just throw it out there, clots floating on the
So she didn't flush.
Well, no, she flushed, but sometimes things don't go down all the way, and then I would make a game out of it because I'd pee on him.
No,
pee on him to make him explode a little bit in the water. God, you must think I'm a complete.
No, I'm just trying. Now I'm hesitating. If I ever have said visitor again, I'm gonna redouble check the toilet now because
to make sure.
Now it seems like there's little clock grenades that are launching that some people will pretend it's the Toy Story attraction and get bonus points for.
But she also didn't wear tampons. She wore pads because of certain things. So, maybe that was the difference. Don't judge,
I'm not judging. Not at all. I knew many women that were uncomfortable with tampons for a wide variety of reasons.
This is so gross.
I hope you're uncomfortable. I could talk about this all day long. We started this conversation off with do you have sleepovers and pillow fights with your very, very hot friends?
Yeah.
And to okay, let's go further. So from silicone boob, understanding and comparings, now it's okay, how much of a mess does someone make?
Abraham Dragon Friend says, Jesus, this is the worst than the cat story. But yeah, no. So as a guy, I can tell you, it took a really long time because I would come up with excuses. I had to run errands or go to the store or something if I had to go number 2 at the house. Yeah.
We have floors. We have.
Well, guess what? I'm not as rich as you guys.
No,
we only had one bathroom, and it would be my luck. I'd go in there and blow it up, and then she'd have to. Oh, I gotta go pee, and I'm I'm so embarrassed. I did a lot of runs to the 7-Eleven every once in a while.
That's polite. That's really courteous. That's not something we ever encountered, but there'll be a fan, and I don't know. We fortunately never had that same mad dash
because you live in a mansion, and you're not you don't.
My Harry Potter built in, during COVID, I literally tore out the wall and made a Harry Potter covey.
Oh, what's your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Second, and then fourth.
So you're talking Chamber of Secrets. No, Chamber of Secrets was the second one. So
yeah,
that was
where Dobby came in.
Oh yeah, but then Dobby disappeared for a bunch of movies until he came back.
Yeah.
Did you cry when Dobby died?
I did. I absolutely cried. I cry all the time though. I'll cry if I watch a military reunion video. I'll cry if there's a prescription medicine video and someone gets hurt and they're departing from their loved ones. I am an open crier. I can cry on command.
Yeah, you can't. Oh man, that's kind of dangerous as a woman, or dangerous for a man, for a woman who cry.
Yeah.
Oh, did you cry when Harry gave him a sock and was "Are you Dobby's friend?" And he was like, "Yes, I am your friend."
There were many, many emotional scenes. Oh no, Abraham, if you haven't watched Harry Potter now,
that's been way too long. Sorry.
I did ruin Game of Thrones though for my mom.
Oh, don't worry, you didn't ruin anything there. That ending was horrible. I watched the ending of Ozark, and that was another horrible.
Which ending? The most recent ending, or the ending?
Or did you watch the second half of Ozark?
No, but my husband did, so I know what's happened.
It's bad. Matter of fact, it was so bad, it ruined the whole show for me. Like, I hate it.
It's not as bad as Gamora's ending.
Of who?
Gamora. It's an Italian show. Oh, that ending was just brutal.
Anyways,
it's a great show.
All right, Lauren, I got to get out of here because you know what? This is this is the longest show I've ever done. So I really appreciate you hanging out with me and joining it.
Kudos to the people still commenting and saying that they stayed. I'm more impressed by that.
Yeah. All right, Lauren, I hope you have a dragon boat racing tomorrow.
I do. 7:30, you coming?
I asked you earlier in the week when it is. And
every Saturday, 7:30 in the morning.
Well,
let me check. We might have a full boat. Do you want to come?
No. I just, no, I can't. I start a new job Monday.
What?
Yeah, I'll fill you in off the air, but like, it's going to be some of the most money I've ever made. So like, it's going to be really good.
Great.
And it'll allow me to do this show. So
fantastic. Well, I will be in DC on Monday. Your favorite company, Meta, is flying me out so I can go hang out on Capitol Hill.
Have you ever met Zuckerberg?
No, but I have his sister.
Oh, yeah. Is she?
She's the one that graduated at Harvard.
Is she? Well, but I know now. I saw. You know what? Can we save this? I finally watched The Social Network all the way through.
Okay.
I got so many questions about it. Like
starting with Justin Timberlake's player
as the guy that created Napster. Yeah, I got so many questions.
I think you always have questions. I think.
And then I watched the Steve Jobs movie with Michael Fassbender, and I found that one to be absolutely fascinating as well too.
I want to know what you don't find fascinating besides clots and toilets.
Actually, I try to make everything fascinating in my life. That's why I would pee on them and make it a little bit of a game.
Well, I'm really excited for you to join a dragon boating practice.
I mean, right now, like, I'm at the peak physical specimen of my life.
You're at Brad Pitt Fight Club.
Nah, I'm trying to get there. I've been starving myself to death. And that's why I've been feeling bad lately, because I don't think I'm getting enough nutrients and everything. All right. So
not next Saturday, a Saturday after, because next Saturday I'm running a festival. There's an Asian festival if anyone's in Orlando, and I will have a tent.
For the invite. I would like to come out.
I'm saying it's the 22nd, May 22nd. I will be there. I have one of my companies. I sell Korean and Japanese beauty products. You can come hang out.
All right. Where?
Oviedo, Ocoee.
Oh, so then it's on that side. Yeah. Oh, no. Wait, you said Oviedo. Oviedo is a complete opposite direction of Ocoee.
Oh, so is it? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you need to let me know on that, because Oviedo is like northeast of Orlando. Ocoee is like on the complete opposite side.
I only know directions via Waze. Is that the city of Ocoee is honored to host the Asian Cultural Festival.
So it's near Winter Garden then.
Ocoee Lakeshore Center.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
Well, I will find out exactly where it is when I input it into GPS.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great night, Lauren. Once again, tell people where they can follow you on social media. Your Instagram.
Lauren E. Petrullo is the handle for any and all things. E for Elizabeth, because as we said, Dr. Lauren Petrullo beat me to it. That monkey doctor her.
All right. I hope you have a great night. Okay.
Ciao.
All right. Bye.